Yo, what it do, YouTube? You know who it is. It's your boy Ricochet08, that boy Ross. So today I had a lot of messages of people, wanting to see how I wanted to see a video of how I actually do the wheelies on a Ninja 300. So today I'm gonna make a two-part video. The first part being sit-down wheelies, and the second part being stand-up staggered wheelies. And just want to give a couple shout-outs real quickly. Shout out to good old Sport Bike Wrench. Their channel, they give you a good walkthrough on how to do wheelies, and they got a lot of useful information there. Double T90T, excellent. Thank you very much, dude. That video was awesome. I wish I had my CBR to try those wheelies now. Downshift 83, I think he made actually a couple of them. He's got some good tutorials on there too, a lot of information. And I think Z Magic 97 did some, I'm not sure, but if so, check out his page too. And a big shout out to 201 MX Flyboy 201, because he's the only one I've seen do a tutorial on a bike that has a parallel twin motor. Everybody else has had the inline, super sport motors. That's the only video I saw, or a channel I saw that did the tutorials on parallel twin motors, the 250/300 or the 650R. Alright, so before we get started, just a couple essentials. One, make sure you've got your gear. I'm wearing my A-Star SMX2s. These boots are comfortable. Make sure your bike's in proper working order. You don't want to be practicing something like this that could potentially fuck you up on something that's not working right to begin with. Make sure you're in a safe area where you're not endangering anybody else, because if you're gonna fuck up, no need to fuck somebody else up or their property with you. And make sure it's isolated. I can't see public road from here. I can see houses, but they're across the way, and the only way they'd see me is if they look out of that window and then call the cops. Generally, I'd practice in that lot back there, but there's some people down there. So I came up to the lot where I first learned how to do my wheelies. Alright, so other essentials. Make sure you're covering your rear brake at all times, at every single moment, every single freaking moment, because if you go past balance point when you're up in the air, you want to be able to come back down and not just rely on engine braking to bring you back down. You want to have some extra force, so you keep that rear brake covered at all times. Now I'm on a hill. I'm going to do my wheelies going uphill because I hate doing wheelies downhill. It scares the crap out of me. So first thing you want to do, like I'm doing one finger wheelies, or one finger clutch wheelies, and it's a light clutch pull. So the reason I'm doing one finger is because I could have the other three fingers to hold on to the handlebar. Like I've seen some people do it, with all four fingers, but then they're holding on like that. That's not a secure grip. I just feel comfortable having three extra fingers to hold on in case something goes wrong and I need something to hang on to. So first thing is we're gonna take gradual steps with the clutch. We're not doing power wheelies. This bike can do a power wheelie with a little assist of you preloading the suspension and lifting back, but we're gonna do clutch wheelies, and they're gonna be fun. So I'm just gonna start off at idle speed here. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit more since I'm uphill. So let's say 6 miles an hour. I'm gonna pull the clutch in, rev it up to about 4 grand, dump the clutch, see what happens. The wheel actually came off the ground at 4 grand. That's pretty good. This is not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting it to come up. I'm gonna try one downhill. So I did 4 grand that time. Oh, once I dumped the clutch, where I have my hand or my throttle hand at, like once I get it to 4 grand and dump it, I'm not rolling on the throttle. I'm keeping it at that same position. I'm gonna do 5 grand now. Probably would have been better going uphill, and we're gonna do the same thing going uphill. Man, I want to go in another parking lot. It's flat, not on the hill. 6 grand. Let's do 5 grand, or 6 miles an hour. Let's do 5 grand now. All right, so the wheel, it came up a little bit more, just a little bit more. So now I'm gonna do 6 grand. Same process. Let's pull the clutch in, get it up to 6 grand, dump it, hold on. And as always, keep that rear brake covered. And make sure ain't no sticks in the parking lot. Jeez, the tornado did some work. 6 miles an hour, going to 6 grand. Alright, cool. That was better. And you keep doing that same thing over and over and over, except you're making the engine speed a bit higher every time you pull the clutch in. So I did 6 grand last time. Let's do 7 grand. Wish I had 7 grand. Shit. Buy a CV 1000. 6 miles an hour, 7 grand. I don't know if you can hear it, but every time I dump the clutch, I get a little bit of tire screechage. Generally, like if you're on a stunt bike, when you've got stunt parts, your idle's up and all that stuff, I'm not gonna cover that, but it helps to let some of the tire pressure out of your rear tire, because it gives your tire a bit more traction since it's a wider point of contact, and it helps you stay stable instead of wobbling from side to side once you're on one wheel. I let a little bit out of mine, but I couldn't tell you how much or what pressure I'm at right now. 6 miles an hour, 7 miles an hour, let's do 8 grand. Woo! That was awesome. And another thing, when you see that you're coming down, just hit that throttle a little bit more. It'll make the landing on the front suspension less stressful. I mean, since we're already putting it under some strenuous tests as it is. But it just helps to extend the life of your forks and save you some money from having to redo your forks. Which I hope I haven't blown mine out by now, because I come down pretty hard sometimes. So that was 8 grand, I think, or 7 grand. Let's do it again. So that time I rode on the throttle as I was coming down to make the landing on the front tire a bit softer. Yeah, I can't do stoppies. I'm not doing a stoppie. I'm too much of a little biznitch. All right, I mean that's really it. That's the essentials of a sit-down wheelie on a Ninja 300. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go up to 9 grand, because I hate sit-down wheelies. They scare the crap out of me. I'll try it. That wasn't even 9 grand. That was like 7.5, 8 grand. Now I'm just gonna practice them, because I never really practice sit-down wheelies. I always do mine standing up and staggered. So let's see if I can do some more sit-down wheelies, because if I can get used to this, I can actually click up into 2nd gear and ride it out some more. Let's see, 9 grand. Alright, I tried to shift in a second. I really did. It just felt weird. My thought process is just staying upright and on the bike and softening that landing. Oh, another thing, it'll help if you have a friend that can videotape you from a third-person view to see, because like from a bike's perspective, it'll seem like you're actually a lot further back. But if from a third person you're really like this, and you're like, oh man, I had so much more room. But that's just that's my experience. Love watching my third-person videos. Let's speed it up a little bit. I'm gonna go down to 6 grand. That's not enough. Yeah, I can't do a stoppie. I don't even know the essentials of a stoppie. Preload the suspension, squeeze it, done, but it never works for me. So let's do 8,000 or 8 miles an hour, 7 grand. I like that 8 mile an hour wheelie. Let's do it again. Let's do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. And a friend of mine's actually going to be coming up here. He might record some third-person view wheelies for the staggered if he gets here in time. 8 miles an hour, let's do 9 grand. That sit down wasn't bad. It didn't feel like I was gonna fall. Usually when I'm up that high, it feels like I'm finna bust ass. Bend it over, bust it open for me. Ignore that. Just a song stuck in my head. 8 miles an hour, 9 grand. I let the clutch out too early. Tire spin. I think I actually feathered the clutch. Alright, when it comes up, it feels good. Come on, bro, get your shit together.